Hi, I'm Chad Kopotic, Quality Control Manager here at Deering Banjo Company. Today we're going to go over how to adjust the truss rod in your Deering Vega or Ten Brooks banjo. All of our Deering Vega and Ten Brooks banjos have a dual action truss rod. The adjustment in the truss rod allows us to put a little bit of curve into the neck to make playability a lot easier. What can happen is over time, as the banjo settles and moves, a little too much curve can go in the fingerboard. This is known as relief. Too much relief makes the strings further away from the neck in the middle portion of your fingerboard. You'll notice as time goes on, it may be harder to chord beyond the 3rd, 4th fret, all the way up to about the 10th, 11th fret. This can be adjusted for by flattening out the fingerboard with a little adjustment on the truss rod. The tools you're going to need to do this are a small Phillips head screwdriver, a 1/4 inch nut driver, some feeler gauges, specifically a .010 of an inch or 10/1000ths of an inch, a capo or an extra set of hands, and a tuner so we can tune it up when we're all done. First thing we're going to do is remove the truss rod cap with our small Phillips head screwdriver. Underneath this truss rod cap, you'll see buried in there a small brass nut. That nut is a 1/4 of an inch, and that's what we're going to be adjusting to flatten out our fingerboard. It's not going to take much, a 1/4 turn, 1/2 turn maybe. The way we're going to see how much we need to adjust is by first sticking our capo across the 1st fret, taking our 10/1000ths feeler gauge. At the 7th fret, we're going to slide it underneath the 3rd string. But first, we're going to fret the 3rd string behind the 22nd fret here. We're going to take our 10/1000ths feeler gauge, slide it underneath the string at the 7th fret, hold it flat against the fret. If there's a gap between the bottom of the string and the top of the feeler gauge, this fingerboard needs to be straightened out. Has too much relief. So we're going to make small adjustments. We'll take our 1/4 inch truss rod wrench here and we're going to tighten it a 1/4 turn. It may not seem like a lot, but a little bit goes a long way with this adjustment. So with the capo on the 1st fret, we'll fret again after the 22nd fret. Put our feeler gauge there. Now you'll see the gap is about 1/2. So we're going to go another 1/4 turn to flatten it out just a little bit more. Again, fret that 3rd string. Slide our feeler gauge under that string. Now you'll see that string is touching the feeler gauge just barely, and that's perfect adjustment. That's where we want it set. Now we can remove the capo and reinstall our truss rod cap. That's how you adjust your truss rod in order to achieve perfect playability all the way up your neck. If you do have any kind of weird buzzing that starts to show up on your first 3, 4 frets, it's a good idea to also check and make sure your neck hasn't gone backwards or backbowed. If it has, the same kind of adjustments can be made. Instead of tightening the truss rod, you would loosen it and put that curve back into the neck. Want to set it to 10/1000ths of an inch between the bottom of the 3rd string and the top of the 7th fret. Thanks for watching. For more information and tech tips, please make sure to visit DeeringBanjos.com or get in touch with us if you want any further information. We'll see you next time.